Welcome back to Apex Academy, your ultimate home for all your crypto education. As always, smash up the like, subscribe to the channel for one new stream every day, 8 p.m. East African time. So make sure you get tuned in not to miss an update. So, hi everyone, it's been a while. I haven't done a stream over the past like a week due to some matters that I were consuming much of my time. But I'm back now, we back. So expect daily streams every day, Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. East African time. So quick update, when we were doing our last stream, we were below $20,000. But if you check right now, things are looking good, amazing. Bitcoin is back above $22,000. Fantastic. 3% up in the last 24 hours. Ethereum 1700. BNB 292. We were at 298 sometime earlier last weekend rather. We've dropped a little bit 292, which is still some good move because I remember BNB went to us down as 260, 250 something, and things were looking extremely bad. But from the look of things right now, it's like the market is bouncing back, and Bitcoin is on a bullish trend. And I think this trend is going to continue for some time because if you check the candle, the 1 day candle for Bitcoin against BUSD, that is the Binance USD. Now, let me just try and refresh this page. I don't know why it's taking so much time to load. This is the daily chart. You can see clearly this is the 1 day chart. This is for BTC against BUSD. Remember, BUSD is the Binance USD. That's the stable coin for the Binance exchange, and it's always pegged to the dollar. That is the issue of stable coins. Stable coins are pegged to the dollar. That means that one USDT or one BUSD is equivalent to the value of one USD. So here we go. Here is the chart. Binance is a bit heavy because of so much traffic and so much activities going through the site. That is why you encounter such lags. So before the page loads, so we can just look at some more cryptos. Let's look at Solana. We are now at 37, 6% up. We were trading at about $30 when we did our stream last. Polygon's doing amazing. Avalanche still doing good. Wrapped BTC, though, remember, any wrapped is just another version of the original coin. For example, wrapped Bitcoin is just another version of Bitcoin. So instead of getting the wrapped Bitcoin, you can just go ahead and get the actual Bitcoin. So I see the Binance page is still loading. I don't know why it's taking so much time to load. I think maybe it's because of the heaviness of the site. As we wait for that site to load, so that I show you rather why the Bitcoin charge is not stopping anytime soon. I think here we are. So this is our Binance page. So we quickly, we're loading. That's good progress. So as I mentioned earlier, I don't think this Bitcoin rally is going to stop anytime soon. And I'm going to give reasons for my argument because from the trend that I've seen over the past few days, it appears like now we have entered into a kind of bullish trend for Bitcoin, and that is why we are recording these increases each and every day. Because if you check the graph also for the last 7 days, that is Bitcoin alone, you can see the graph has been an upward trend. This is impressive and interesting at the same time because it appears that we are now moving towards our next resistance level, which will be around $24,000. And once we break that resistance level, then expect things to go as they are supposed to go. It appears Binance doesn't want us to check, to see these charts rather. But in one way or another, we have to see the charts and see how things are looking out there in the industry. As we wait for the charts to load, just to mention, we have the Palazzo Versace in Dubai, which has now accepted Bitcoin as a mode of payment in their facility. So this is one of the biggest and posh hotels and resorts there in Dubai, and you can see that they have now announced that they will allow guests to use crypto to pay for dining, stays, and spa experience at the property. And I can't wait to use BTC to pay for a service there because I'm planning to go there. So yeah, things are going to work out for me. So we have it's basically using the Binance network. That is, you can pay using either BNB, You can pay using BTC, or you can pay using Ethereum, whichever coin that you wish to pay. You can do that as long as you're using their facility. You can always pay through crypto. So this is an addition with the other many platforms, businesses that are accepting crypto as a payment method. And once I go here, I make sure that I meet with the Crypto, so that we can have a sit down, a chit chat about crypto, see where see his kind of view about the industry, where the market is basically heading to, and what we should expect. So if you don't know, Crypto is a popular YouTuber and a Twitter person in regards to all matters pertaining cryptocurrency. So also some time back, we mentioned an issue to do with the Indian exchange. That was the Wazir X, and they were frozen because of some illegal activities that were happening within the exchange. But right now, they have managed to the bank, or the institution rather, has managed to unfreeze their accounts, and they can now go back to business because they can easily access their money, and they can conduct their businesses as they should always conduct. So some good news for the Wazir X users. Those who had funds frozen there can now access their funds with ease. So this again narrows down to the issue of keeping your funds out of exchange platform. I've always recommended guys to use the non-custodial wallets or the cold wallets. So always put money that you intend to use. Let's say if you want to trade, always put money that you intend to trade with in an exchange platform, because these exchange platforms, remember, you don't have the private keys. So that means you don't own the assets. And yes, they are yours, but you don't have full control over the assets, because anything can happen within an exchange. The government or whichever body can decide to freeze those assets, and you will not be able to access your funds. Also, we have a very good pre-sale currently going on, that is Tama Doge. This is a meme coin that is gaining ground so fast, quick, and in a hurry. I checked their Telegram group. There are over 45,000 users there after. It's so hyped, and I'm sure it's gonna do well when it's being launched. So unlike other tokens that have a vesting period, once this preset is coming to an end, you will be able to claim your tokens, and you'll be able to sell them at a profit, because I'm sure the hype surrounding this token is gonna be insane. So you can buy using either USDT or Ethereum, but remember, whenever you're using USDT, you need to have some Ethereum, because the gas fees are paid in Ethereum. So I recommend that you just buy the token directly using the Ethereum, and just wait for the fantastic launch of the Tamadochi. Also, we have a merge that is currently coming, that is the Ethereum merge. And many pundits and experts, especially from the US, and as well as the US banks, they have predicted that the merge is going to have some positive impact in the market. And of course, we've started seeing those signs, and I'm sure once this merge is completed and Ethereum has moved from a proof of work mechanism rather to a proof of stake, then you're going to see some very good improvements and some very good movers in the market. So you can see that with the US dollar restrained and the Ethereum blockchain software upgrade known as the merge almost here, stars seem to be aligned in favor of the Ether, and yet native token Ethereum has been underperforming BTC since Friday. So we expect once this merge is completed, of course, you're going to have some big movers in the market, and one of those beneficiaries is going to be Ethereum. So let's just check the market. I hope this time round it's going to behave. Still loading this particular website, this particular page. So I don't know what's happening with Binance. You don't want to see the page. But basically, there we go. That's good progress. I think now the site is now up and running as it's supposed to be. I guess there's so much traffic being diverted towards this platform, and that's why it's lagging. I've seen some activations going around our universities back in Kenya. Just to mention a few, but KU, I've seen activations going around Eldoret, Nakuru, and these are guys who are just basically doing Binance activation. That means that the number of users on that particular platform is going to skyrocket for the next few weeks or the next few months rather. So as we are still waiting for that trading view to load, also Russia have the giant Rose Tech has basically given a nod on payments in crypto, that is for the purposes of international trade. We've seen countries that have embraced this technique. We've seen the likes of Russia, as I have mentioned. We've seen Iran doing trade are using crypto, because most of these institutions and countries have seen what crypto can do, and what it's basically happening, and what's basically happening across the globe, and that is why countries are moving towards this direction. So Russia tech giant Trustech to test digital assets payments in international trade, and I'm sure once this is going to be implemented, then it's gonna kick in more adoption, and from country to country you're going to see mass adoption. Guys are going to be doing their international trade using crypto, so that you don't need to worry your currencies underperforming. You need to have exchange rates when you're moving from one currency to another, because we'll have a common denominator. Oops, my batteries are running low. We'll have a common denominator, and that is the digital currencies, so you can easily transact using whichever currency that you wish to transact, and things are going to work out well. So this thing is still not loading, but basically what I wanted to illustrate is the daily charts for Bitcoin, where we've been recording what we call the higher highs and higher highs each and every day. It's so unfortunate that Binance is not responding, and I could be in a perfect position to illustrate what I'm saying, because it has been something that I've observed over the last few days. The candles have just been bullish, 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 and not just being bullish, but we have been having what you call the long shadows, the long top shadows. And as we all know, the long top shadows, they signify what we call a bullish signal, or a bullish market, or a bullish trend, because it basically implies the sellers are strong, but the buyers are trying to resist, or the buyers are stronger rather, as much as the sellers are trying to resist, but the buyers are more stronger, and that is why we are having those long top shadows. So it's so unfortunate what Binance is doing tonight. I could have shown that chart very, very well. If we can just check time remaining for the ETH match to be completed. So let me just check that. Or maybe it's my network which is misbehaving. Talking about basically, that was the issue of the hash rate. And you can see from the ETH match, we only remaining about 2 days, 9 hours for the match to be complete. So I'm sure once the match is completed, as we've seen earlier, we are going to have some very good movers in the industry. We're going to have some good progress. So it's so unfortunate Binance is not responding. We could have seen what is basically happening in the market in terms of there we go, perfect. So you can see this is what I was talking about, where we have this was a bullish candle. This is day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. So 6 consecutive days of a bullish trend, and you can see the issue of the higher highs coming in place, and this basically signifies an uptrend. So we have already broken this resistance level. So the next resistance level to break will be around the 25,000 mark, and once we break that resistance, of course I expect some hindrances here and there, some sort of consolidation, but once we break this resistance level, then that's it. We are going all the way back to $30,000 and above. So that's what I wanted to show you guys tonight. Expect more streams henceforth, and thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to follow us on our social media platforms, that is Apex Crypto Academy on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So good night, good luck, God bless.